Fucking hell, I don't know how to talk anymore. I think I've lost my mind. I told you what I'm doing, and now I'm supposed to tell you how am I doing, which is a question I don't even like asking myself recently because it's just so not the priority. But people keep asking. Fine. I'm fine. I'm alive. I'm doing things. Usually when people ask me how I'm doing, I answer with what I'm doing because I'm able to function and it's fine. All I do aside from raise my baby is work. I was gonna show you I haven't slept in 37 hours. I was gonna show you my wall, but I fear that if I show you my wall on the public internet, I will be institutionalized. It began as a corkboard, which turned into several corkboards, which turned into we are just far beyond. We're just gonna use the walls. So I have several walls of my home just covered in stuff and information, which is normal, I think. It's just productive. This is all I do, is work on the thing. And I intentionally have to be very vague when I talk about the thing on the public internet. But you can, I'm a mother, I'm Judah's mother. A bad thing happened to him and has continued happening to him in a place where I am not physically able to do anything about it. So all I can do about that is a bunch of stuff about that being the situation to try to make that not the situation. Because it's a symptom of a larger problem, I have learned, that makes this a possibility, that makes this a reality for me. So all I do is try to make that stop being a thing. I sound like I'm going insane, and I feel like I'm going insane. My walls look like I'm going insane. I look like this all of the time. Because I only do this, so I'm rarely perceived. So it's fine for me to just look like this always. It is fine, and I am functioning because I am working, and that's doing something about the situation. That's all I can do about the situation, so that's all I'm gonna do ever. I don't like sleeping all that much because every single time I fall asleep, it is a vivid nightmare of Judah and the terrible things that could be happening to Judah. And my every waking moment is also just consumed with concern for Judah. But in my waking hours, I can actually put effort into this. I'm gesturing to the wall, to this work about that. So there's not a whole lot of sleep happening. I'm looking at a graveyard of food that is here because I have a spouse that demands I eat food while I spiral into obsession and insanity. And I'm eating, evidently I'm eating enough, I'm alive. I am looking at a graveyard of unfinished meals. We're into functional beverages now. Iced coffee and a bunch of powders that I mix into a thing every day because they're supposed to make my brain work good. And it tastes horrific. A lot of tea. This is here. This used to be an apple. There's a bell pepper that I bit into like an apple because I like doing that, and then got distracted because I'm too focused on what I'm working on. My husband cooks and I don't finish it and I feel like an asshole. This is a burrito that I didn't even give a chance to. You having fun? Is this what you want to see? Got a giant thing of water too. Is this interesting to you? Just, I'm fine. Everything feels bad. Why wouldn't it feel bad? And that's fine. I'm not really connected to that feeling of badness or the feeling of anything. There is a constant weight of tragedy that only gets worse by the second, and I do really non-hyperbolically mean every waking second. That has been increasing with every passing second for over 2 years now. And I do know the number of days, and I won't say the number of days because I don't need to feel things. I don't need to feel things about it. That can come later when this is no longer a problem, when my son is in a safe environment. Constant weight of tragedy all the time, and what am I to do about it? I'm not gonna crawl up into a ball and cry. I'm not gonna sleep the days away. It's this. There's no room to distract myself. It's just doing this work I'm doing that makes me look like I am spiraling. But it is productive because the tragedy that's happening to my son, to my family. It's not an isolated incident. It's based on a thing that creates a lot of problems for a lot of people. A lot of really bad problems to people who do not deserve to have these problems. And I want that changed. And so I'm doing a lot of work to change that. And that is as specific as I will get about that. I've had another baby, and they're doing fantastic, and they're happy all the time, and I put on a happy face with them, and they're standing, and they laugh constantly. They laugh in their sleep. It's incredible. It makes my heart vibrate. They are precious, and that's happening, and this tragedy is happening. I'm trying to exist as both. It is possible that my youngest child is just getting a husk of a mother instead of a real person inside of this body, because I don't think I'm a person anymore. I'm just kind of a task completing machine that performs personhood when it is required, specifically for my child. I've tried to act normal in public, but to steal somebody else's phrasing, when I try to act normal, the normal doesn't come out, but the acting does, and everybody can smell it on me like a bloodhound. I think that's a fucking Tumblr post that I stole that from, but that's a quote that lives in my brain. Cause yeah, that's how that's been going. So normal's not happening when I go outside anymore. My whole entire thing, core philosophy, whatever, is about people, loving people and helping people and building community. It's a whole thing that I advocate for all the time. It's something that I do a lot of work to try to build, while very hypocritically keeping myself emotionally distant from everybody in the world while I do that, because I'm not a person. Because I'm not a person. I'm just the machine that's getting this thing done. I would love to be a person, and I can do that later when the tasks are completed. This isn't about a work-life balance thing. This is my child. I don't have the option to do anything else but this. This is how I talk now. Do you remember when I used to talk like a human person, and a lot of people liked that I was able to see them and hear them and make them feel like they were the only person in a room, because that's something I really cared about, was just recognizing people as an individual and human connection. Remember when I was generally pretty good at that? This is how I am at all times now. I'm not a person. I'm just trying to get a job done. Hey, the world's in a pretty bad state. You guys know about this? You know the United States is doing a fucking spectacular job at destroying itself. At destroying itself from the inside and destroying others who don't even have shit to do with the United States. I'm very tired. I'm sorry. I don't even want to be talking about what's on my heart. Just, I am asked so often, what is going on and what am I doing and how am I feeling? And now there are videos for all of that, and if you ask me, I'm just gonna send you a link, and don't fucking talk to me about it after you get the answer to your question. I'm swearing a lot right now for no good reason. There's no notes in front of me. It's just, I was asked how I'm doing, and this is the best I can do. This is the best I can do to answer that question. The country's bad, and my family's life is bad because of the country bad, and the country make the world bad, and I can't do anything with my days besides something about it. I keep saying some variation of that sentence repeatedly because I don't know what else to give you. While I do care a lot about humans having the right to just be humans and be pretty cool, and I don't know, maybe live a life where a country lets them do that and doesn't actively work against everything that would be conducive to their humanity. I believe in that, and I'm putting in a stupid amount of work to try to make that a reality, or at least to advocate for that. At the same time, when I look around and I see people trying to be human today, it fills me with just not anger, but I'm baffled at how anybody's just being a person right now. There's bombs going off. What do you mean you're in a situationship with Daniel from your dating apps? There's no time for any of this. And I just think that nobody should be laughing or loving or enjoying their human life, which is wrong. That's a wrong thing to think. Why do I feel any sort of frustration toward people doing the thing that is the exact thing that I fight for? And the answer to that is because I just see so many resources going into individual self-soothing and these delusions of self-fulfillment, and it's just as comfort for the world that we live in. And maybe if we had just pooled those resources together, we could actually change things so that we didn't have to do all this self-soothing bullshit. And I'm not right to feel this way. It's just the feeling that I have. This is about how I'm feeling. I didn't say anything about my feelings being justified, but I don't spend a lot of time there. I don't spend a lot of time in the feelings. It's not productive. There's just not time for it right now. I know it would be healthy to sit with and process my emotions, and I would love to have all of the human experience about my fucking fifis when it is appropriate to do so. But this is not exactly a time of prosperity, which is why I feel why I'm just in awe when people are just living a life like they don't have anything to worry about. But I keep that shit to myself, and I continue putting in the work so that people can have the right to do the thing that I am for no reason pissy about, I guess. I'm fine. I'm functioning. I'm doing stuff. I'm doing the work. I'm doing something about the thing that makes me feel horrible and like my heart is being ripped out of my chest all the time. I'm doing stuff about it, so we're just gonna leave it at that. We're hovering at my normal for the past couple of years. And I did have a stroke about it quite a while ago. I did have a stroke at the age of 24 about it, but I learned to take deep breaths, so I am dealing with the stress. I'm burying it so that it doesn't immediately explode my entire body. And it's definitely, I'm decaying. Parts of my body are absolutely starting to die for no discernible reason other than all of the that is running through my veins. It's getting worse by the day. The bad is. But I'm still doing stuff about it, so not dead yet, and I'm not non-functional. And those are the two most important things that I could be worried about right now. So I'm sleep deprived and I have no notes, so this is gonna read as the ramblings of a madman, which based on the state of my home and my insane person walls of information and notes, and I don't have red string, but there should be red string on there. You asked, I answered. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done talking about this now. I'll be around. I'll be in my messages, just trying to get people involved on a project that I won't specifically talk about, and I sound like I am just... Yeah. I'm done. Goodbye. I'm way too tired to be doing this.